Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to Susie's Enchanted Crossroads. I'm Susie, and this podcast helps you navigate your journey through the crossroads by taking a deeper look into witchcraft and spirituality. So settle in, grab your beverage of choice, and let's get this episode going. What is up, everybody? Oh my goodness. I am so excited for the next series that is going to be dropping. So I'm actually going to be dropping some episodes about psychic abilities. And with that, I'm talking all about the clairs. So I'm not going to give too much in this episode, but you're going to see that, hey, there's two episodes this week, and this is why. I want to pull a card for the collective about this new series that we are going to embark on together. So, with the clairs, I'm actually going to go through the well known clairs and the lesser known clairs. And yes, you gorgeous soul, you have psychic abilities. And we are already in July and we are halfway through the year. Isn't that freaking wild? So when this drops, 4th of July already came and went, and I don't know. It's just so surreal how we're in July already. And normally I do a Christmas in July with my family. And just this whole thing of it already being July. And at the start of the year, it's like, fuck, January always feels like it's, I don't know, 8 months long. You know what I mean? So. As I am about to pull cards, this is going to be again for the collective. You can book a personal reading with me at any time. I'm available on my socials, and actually, you can get a hold of me with all the links in the show notes below. But as always, like, drop me a line, say hello. I love hearing from you all. Okay, so with this reading for the collective, this is really going to be our cards as we come into learning and developing all of the clairs that I'm going to be dropping in this series. So let's take a good deep collective breath together and exhale out. Just releasing any tension in the jaw, in our eyebrows. Maybe feeling really connected to the floor, whether it's through our feet or if we're sitting. Open to receiving messages for our highest good and our highest vibration when it comes to tapping into our psychic ability with the clair. So let's see what. Ooh. It just, that was wild. Okay, here we go. Just shuffling here. Let's see what our guides have to say. What can we focus on as we learn about our clairs psychic abilities? Okay. Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then I'm just using the regular Rider-Waite-Smith deck here. And as far as advice, I'm actually going to use the Rebel deck. I don't know, I've been wanting to use this deck for a while. Let me just shuffle it right quick. Not sure if you can hear it in the background. My microphone's actually pretty good. All right, and advice as we embark on our psychic abilities. How can we not get in our own way? Da, 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 da. This is real time shuffling. How's everyone's day? I didn't even ask. How's your day going? Here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So as we are coming into the clairs, and the next episode's about to drop very soon after this one, the Queen of Pentacles. And I love this card as we start embarking on your psychic abilities because everybody has them. Queen of Pentacles, especially the Pentacles, stay grounded. We are going to be grounded in what we are doing and not worry about and think about expectation, not having those limiting beliefs, really sitting and whatever comes through, comes through. And the reason I wanted to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is that way you can actually look up this card. So you can Google Queen of Pentacles, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and really hold on to this card as we go through each of these clairs. Okay. So stay grounded, be nurturing to yourself, allow your guides to come through and to guide you. Don't overthink it. And I like the Queen of Pentacles because it's that nurturing, really seeing the hard work that you've done so far and continuing to move forward. And there's just so much abundance and growth around the Queen of Pentacles. And I think that's a beautiful card because as we embark on this journey, learning about your psychic clairs, what are they? And then actually exercising that quote unquote muscle, really sitting and being true to knowing that it's not going to, maybe it might not come right away, just like other things. It takes practice, especially if you are obviously very clairaudient, like I am. I'm very clairaudient. That comes easier to me than I am maybe claircognizant, right? Because sometimes my logical brain gets in the way. And I can't really explain how I know things, but I know people always want an explanation. Sometimes I do too. Like I need to be validated because I'm that recovering perfectionist. As we move forward, the advice on how not to get into our own way, two cards here, okay? Number one, um, detox. So maybe we are maybe drinking some water, feeding ourselves some good food before we are start working on that exercise of developing our clairs. Again, I'm using the Rebel deck, so it's not really, soft around the edges. We don't want to get on our own way. So whatever detoxing means to you. But for myself, I know that I need to eat a good meal, maybe some water, making sure that I'm okay, that I'm good before I start doing readings or Reiki sessions, right? It's just like anything else. We want to make sure that we good and our equipment is good too. And a big thing also in this next card, because two came out here, while you are learning about your clairs, finding somebody who can actually guide you well and isn't going to want something out of you, like they're just trying to sell you a service or maybe take advantage of you. So, someone you trust, hopefully, you trust me and you can submit your questions to me. But another way that you're to get out of your own way is listen to a damn professional. Okay. Sometimes when we rely on the internet or we rely on our friends, I mean, it's a good thing to get insight, but sometimes you got to do some deeper research. And I always say, do your research here online. Like, do the research. Um, Take everything with a grain of salt, even things that I say. And I always say, I'm not the professional here. Like I know what I know, but that's why I always do the research. So you can ask a fucking expert. Don't be shy, but also make sure that you're listening to yourself. You journal it, you write it down, you leave yourself a voice memo, and you're really learning about your own clairs and how they come through for you. Okay, so just like this nurturing Queen of Pentacles, make sure that you're grounded. If you don't remember what that is, or you need some help grounding and protecting yourself, I do have an episode on that previous. Also, I've dropped different episodes on Connecting like with your guides. So as we begin to embark on your psychic abilities and tapping into these clairs and developing them and exercising them, right? Exercising that muscle, call in your guides. This would be a perfect time to see where you are and how you receive messages if you're clairaudient, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance. So that way you can feel comfortable and you're getting the messages that are coming through. All right. This one was going to be short and sweet. I didn't want it to, drag out too long. That's the card for everybody. If you feel you would like a personal reading or some personal guidance, again, please hit me up. All the links are in my bio on my Instagram. You can just send me a message. You can shoot me an email. There's also a link below for a form. So if you have any questions or you have any ideas for other topics that you would like me to deep dive into on the podcast, please submit it. Push this podcast out. Thank you so much for listening. The more that you interact with it, the further it'll go out into the ethers and where people can find me and hopefully begin their journey if they're stuck at the crossroads. All right, gorgeous soul. I cannot wait for you to learn about all the clairs. I can't wait to hear how you're tapping into your psychic abilities. And until next time, I will see you at the crossroads.